Wow, thank you for that question. The process of making the fire it's such an amazing process. I'll never forget. So we were, I had to go all the way. I flew in all the way to Nigeria, Africa, as usual. You know, the fire is in Africa. Y'all don't get me wrong, but there is a fire in Africa because of things in Africa not the same way as it is in America and in other parts of the world. So because of the pain and a lot of things in the struggle, and a lot of people in Africa don't have benefits that we all have over here. So their approach to God and your connection, to God is amazing. And we're talking about real power and fire. You see it happening over there. And it's an experience. I mean, y'all should go to Africa and experience the fire in Africa. I mean, the presence of God, the power of God. So I travel all the way to Nigeria, again to Tebes. Tebes, Adolphus, Nigeria, and I'm telling you, even right in his studio, it was something. As I said, Tebes, there's this song, and I want us to look at it. It was a title, it says Fire. When I began to sing it, the power of God hit him, and he couldn't handle it. And he started speaking in tongues for a long time in the studio, and we all praying together. And then he said, you know what? God just told him how this song is going to go. So you listen to the song, the tone, the progression, everything is something else. Now, y'all need to grab this song, honestly. It takes you to another realm. And that's how fire was done. So I traveled all the way to Nigeria to get this done with the song Fire. Here, so fire came to me. We were in church in Philly. We had a branch church in Philly, and somewhere northeast in the Hargaman Street, Philadelphia, and it was such an amazing experience whereby it's like there were times that we got into service and there couldn't even be no preaching or no word. Like we kept worshiping nonstop, and there was a time that we didn't have a lot of people coming, but the few people we had, that we were still meeting this big auditorium, and we never stopped. And I could sense the fire. It takes the fire of God. It takes the burning, desire inside of you to still show up in church when you didn't have a whole lot of people there, but the fire was still constant. And that's why I was on the keys one of the days. I had to lead worship, and that's how fire dropped, and we were all singing it, and it progressed from there. It always come like I download the song, it just comes from heaven, and it drops right there, and then it proceeds, and that's how fire came. The scripture says in Psalm 42 verses 1, it says, as the deer panteth for water, so my soul longeth for you. So there is a burning desire. It takes a desire for you to sustain the fire. That's how the fire song came out here, because we were really desiring for it, his presence and to see his power. Yeah. Fire burning. Oh my God, every part of it. I mean, it's hard to say because fire, like we keep repeating fire, right? Fire, right? Fire burning me. All right. But I think from the beginning, you're the river that never runs dry. You're the water that quenches my thirst. You the fire that burns inside of me, right? Fire. So every part of it, fire, all right? There's a part of the tone, and it goes dun 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 dun. All right, so it's like this consistent flow, and that makes fire. Like when you sing it, you feel like really your yearning, your eagerness for him, and that burning, of his presence inside of you, and to search for him more and more, and that the fire inside of us never, runs dry and never faints. Yeah. Wow. So for anybody who has not experienced and known God, because I think that this song is really the exact epitome. It's is exact, flight that's gonna lead you to that place whereby you would never run dry. He's a river that never runs dry. He's a water that quenches our thirst. When Jesus met the woman that, was at the well, Jesus said, if you had known who was asking you for water, you would have even asked me for water that when you drink, you would never what? You would never thirst. So it tells you there is a realm that you get with God that you never thirst. Like things will be happening around you, but yet still there's this fire, burning sensation. When you first get to know God, the love you have for him, you want to talk about Jesus, you want to tell people about it, but sometimes you come to a place that you are stuck, or you feel like God is not even hearing you, or you feel like there is no God, or you feel like, if there is God, why would you be going through this? This song is the exact song to lead you on and make you know that he can never run dry in you. You got to keep asking for his fire, and you need that burning desire, the fire to constantly be inside of you, so that you will be able to handle situations, especially in this age of life and the things that are about to happen and the things that's happening to our world. If you have a burning desire of his fire, you're going to be different. That's why this song, I believe so strongly that it will cause people to resound the burning desire that they have. Fire. Yeah.
Fire that burns inside of me. Fire.
As I said earlier, that's it. I just want to see people hear this song and go deeper. I want to see people hear this song and the fire inside of them. Those who have lost their fire, those who have lost their time and that kind of power and desire and inner tenacity to seek the Lord. Those who've lost it, this song will redirect them, and this song will bring them to close a better relationship in keeping their fire on fire. Yes.